Viewers, we have breaking news right at the top of the segment. This is with regards to how the flagship UPA jobs law is to now be repealed. A bill to repeal the MGNREGA, the MGNREGA, and bring in a new law for the rural employment, Viksit Bharat Guarantee for Rozgar and Ajeevika Mission, Gramin, has been circulated by the government among the Lok Sabha members, which is what a source has said. Now, according to the copy of the bill, it seeks to introduce the Viksit Bharat Guarantee for Rozgar and Ajeevika Mission, Gramin. This is the bill 2025 bill in Parliament, and repeal the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act of back in the year 2005. It says the bill is aimed at establishing a rural development framework aligned with the national vision of Viksit Bharat 2047 by providing a statutory guarantee of 125 days of wage employment in every financial year to every rural household whose adult members volunteer to undertake unskilled manual work, and to promote empowerment, growth, convergence and saturation for a prosperous and resilient rural Bharat. This is the outline of the bill, or rather the context of the bill that's been provided. The bill has been circulated already among the members of the lower house and is likely to be introduced in the house as well. Piyush Mishra joining me on the broadcast with more details on this. Piyush, before we get into what exactly is to be proceeding in the House, I just quickly want you to bring us a brief description, or rather a comparative analysis of sorts, for the existing MGNREGA and this very bill that is to be introduced in the House.
Well, the bill has already been circulated among the members of Parliament, and very soon this bill will be introduced either today or tomorrow, as the Parliament is already in session. But before that, the Lok Sabha will have to revise its the functioning, its daily additions in that entire bulletin, and after that we will see the tabling of this bill in Lok Sabha first, and then we will expect this to be tabled in Rajya Sabha. But yes, the intention of government is to give more days of employment to the people in rural India, and this has also been renamed to ensure that the message is loud and clear on the as far as this entire initiative is concerned. So the bill has already been tabled among the members of Parliament, and very soon we are expecting this to be tabled in Parliament, and then the detailed discussions will also take place. Remember that the MPs, BJP MPs in Rajya Sabha have already been given 3-line whip to be present in the House for the remaining session of Parliament, and this certainly tells us as to how the government wants to have a detailed discussion on this before getting it passed.
Right, Piyush. So for now, what we're given to understand is that while it has been circulated among the members of the lower house, it is likely to be introduced in the House, and they want a detailed debate. What are the reactions that's coming in from the members of the Parliament? If you could just take us through some of them, because the MGNREGA has been existing in this country since back in the year 2005. It really outlines rural employment structure for our country. So a bill that will amend that very particular bill, or rather replace in this case, how are the different parties reacting to the very bill that's now been proposed?
Well, sure, you would remember that the discussion on renaming this entire scheme took place in the cabinet meeting which took place a couple of days back, and after that there were a few opposition political parties who had come out and they had said that the government believes in renaming each and everything, and they have done this in the past also. And now when this bill has been circulated among the members of Parliament, as of now the opposition has not reacted, but yes, whenever this bill is tabled, they are going to speak on this. They will put forth their views on this entire initiative which the government is coming up with. As of now, the opposition is still looking into the details of this new bill which has been circulated among the members of Parliament. So very soon, either today or tomorrow, we are expecting this to be tabled in Lok Sabha, and after detailed discussion, this bill will be sent to Rajya Sabha, and then the further processes will be followed.
So there are some key differences between the two bills if we are to talk of it, and I want to get into the depths of that at this given point. One The MGNREGA used to be for a 100-day period, while this bill comes in for a period of 125 days. That's the period that we're looking at in terms of how long the employment period shall be considered for each of these people who will be working to avail this very scheme. How are we looking at these differences that we see? This bill definitely enhances a lot of the clauses that exists in the 2005 bill already.
Well, the main intention of the government, Shreya, here is to ensure that more and more employment is generated, more and more working hours and working days are given to the people. And for that, the security, for that particular thing, security is given to the people of more than 100 days of employment is given. And that's why this bill is being brought by the government. And remember that Narendra Modi has always been stressing upon giving more opportunities, more employment to the people, especially in rural India. And that's why not only this bill is being, this entire initiative is being renamed, but also the number of days of employment has also been increased from 100 to 125 days. Earlier we were told that it could increase till 150 days, but after thorough discussion, it has now increased till 125 days, which is now very much sure that people living in rural areas will have more number of days to have a guarantee of working there in rural areas. And this has been brought to ensure that proper security, safety, and also more employment generation takes place, especially in rural part of the country.
Piyush, there's also an interesting clause that's been mentioned so far in this very proposal for the bill, which is a 60-day pause during the peak harvest season, which is definitely an interesting clause that we see, and a boost to the agricultural sector if we are to look at it.
Well, that's right, and that has been the topic on which Narendra Modi has been stressing upon, to bring reforms in agricultural sector, to give more and more, money to the farmers, and also to ensure better living for the farmers to ease their lives. Earlier in the past, also we have seen how Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government has been taking various initiatives to ensure that proper security is given to the crops of farmers, proper money and MSP is given to against the crops which the farmers are selling in their markets. And now this decision of increasing the number of days is also certainly going to give a lot of boost to the morale of people living, especially in rural India, and also a lot of confidence that yes, they will have 125 days of working in hand in a rural part of the country. So the intention is very clear, to ensure the guarantee of jobs and also to ensure better living for the people, especially farmers and people living there in the rural part of the country.
Right, Piyush, there's more developments coming in from the Parliament at this given point. Just stay with us as we take our viewers through what we are picking up next.